What's up, everyone? Welcome back to SweetBeat TV. It's your hosts, Alex and Taylor, and we have an amazing show for you today. Tegan Marie is in the studio.
Yes, she is. She's back.
She's back talking all things her new song, Horses. Also, Taylor's gonna catch us up with how much fun she had at the iHeartRadio Music Awards, so stay tuned for that. But first, Taylor, we gotta talk about what's happening.
What is happening, Alex? What's happening with you, first and foremost?
Well,
make it newsworthy.
Let's make it newsworthy. Ariana Grande kicked off her Sweetener tour in Albany, New York last night with a beautiful tribute to her late ex-boyfriend, Mac Miller. And I just gotta say, it was pretty amazing.
I mean, yeah, I feel like if you haven't seen it yet, you probably just haven't opened Instagram, which, hey, no fault to you, but everyone's been socializing about this everywhere. I think it was something pretty cool it was before she actually took the stage that they were playing his music.
Right, so as fans filtered in to the Times Union Center, they played Mac Miller music. And it was really interesting how she did this because I know she was very vocal about the fact that there's two songs on her album, Ghostin' and Imagine, that discuss the Mac Miller relationship.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
allegedly. We don't really, like, it's seemingly so about Mac Miller, right?
Yeah. And she said that it was too hard for her to perform. She'd become too emotional, which is totally understandable.
Completely.
But she still gave him a special tribute and kind of did it more subtly, which I think was very tasteful.
Yeah, and didn't she tell her fans, what was it, in Soundcheck, I think?
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty cool that she's just open about it. She's saying, hey, like, obviously this is hard for me, and I'm not gonna perform those two, it's too heavy, but then to do it ahead of time. It's very tasteful, I think. Knowing what you're capable of doing and not testing those limits. I think, and it's obviously pre-planned, right? She knows the tracks that are going on before she actually goes and performs.
Right.
So I think she did a good job. I mean, there's no right way to handle anything that's going on in Ariana Grande's life. There's no textbook, right? But there is a wrong way to handle it, and I think she hasn't crossed that. She's actually been handling it very well, and she's young. I don't know how she's gone through all this.
I mean, she has gone through so much.
Right.
And she is such a strong woman, and I really, really commend her for the way she's handled everything and admire it.
Right.
But I don't know, would you be more private about a breakup so serious and kind of sad that she's had to deal with, or would you put it in your music like most artists do, or do you think you would be more private about it?
I think as a way to get through it, now let's all mind you, I have no singing voice, okay? I will try on the show multiple times to prove myself otherwise, but let it be known here today, I cannot sing. So I can't really relate to this in that regard, but I think if I could and I was an artist, I think it would be a healing process that I could go through. And just knowing, what can you do in this situation? I mean, it's terrible, but it's already happened. However, if fans out there, if I could put something out there that they could then relate to, I think it kind of, I don't know, it not serves justice to the situation because there's never such a thing, but at least you get a little peace of mind that I'm putting something out there to help other people.
Right.
So,
no, definitely.
Yes, I would.
And I think that's something so special about Ariana is that all her lyrics are very genuine, they come from the heart, and it really makes her fans connect with her. I mean, there are so many Ariana Grande songs that
they're all number ones.
They're all number ones. They're all kind of touch your heart that I've been through a lot and listened to her music. I think she's really, really powerful with the way she presents her lyrics, and good for her.
Yeah. So you would, I'm guessing then.
I think I would. I think, like you said, it's a healing process. It's kind of a therapy. Everybody mourns differently, and I think that through her way is music, and I think she's really great at that. So congrats to Ariana on starting her Sweetener tour, and she's coming here in May. So.
You know what we're doing then.
We'll be there.
If anyone is in Los Angeles in May and wants to hang out.
And has tickets for us.
And also has a spare ticket or two. Make it two.
I know.
Would love to join you on that. I've never seen her, that's a lie. I have seen her live at the Radio Disney Music Awards.
Yeah.
But other than that, I haven't attended one of her concerts before, I don't believe.
She's amazing.
Well, here we go. It's going to be in May.
That's right.
Done.
And we'll be there. But speaking of Ariana Grande, she performed at the iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Right.
So tell us all about the carpet.
Kind of performed there, as in she wasn't physically there, because obviously, girls on tour.
Right.
But she did perform from afar. There was a digital performance that was then projected, if you watched it. But I obviously didn't get to speak with her. She was not there. But iHeart Music Awards is a fun one. You never know who's going to walk the carpet So you can't really prep. I mean, kind of, you have an idea, you know the nominees, but there's always people out there that you're like, I never thought this person would walk in front of me. And then the publicist comes up to you and is like, hey, do you want to interview Wayne Brady? And I'm like, Wayne Brady? You know, like thinking music. I'm like, I don't know who that is. And she's like, oh, it's okay. I'm like, just refresh my mind, end of the carpet, brain fart, like whatever. And she's like, whose line is it anyways? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're too young, but you should. Ask your parents. I was like, do I want to interview Wayne Brady? Of course I do.
Gosh.
He's hilarious. So that carpet you
and
get
for aspiring hosts, he's like one of the best hosts.
The best.
He is
so
so
entertaining. I was literally just like, take the mic from me because I can't ask you something better than you would ask yourself.
Right.
You know, like, so there was
So
that.
he was there. You're right. It is a very eclectic carpet. You never know who's going to come to the iHeart carpet. So that's fun.
No, you don't.
Who else did you chat with?
And I have dry mouth right now speaking, so sorry if I keep having to gulp my coffee down. Good thing it's not hot or anything. No, it is. There are so many people that walked, and you know who I missed?
Who?
Although it wasn't my fault because she just took photos and went around back, but was Taylor Swift. Apparently everyone was screaming her name. She was there, and I was like, how did I not? I didn't see her, like, and then she was down here, and I guess my brother who was filming was like, she was there, and I was like, oh my God, I just failed at life. If I didn't see Taylor Swift go.
She looked gorgeous in that like shimmering romper.
And
you matched her.
See, I thought going in a pink sequence dress was going to be like, I'm gonna stand out. You know? And like not everyone. It was a sea of sequins.
It was a sequin carpet.
It was sequence is in. So if you're debating like maybe wearing that for prom, whatever dance is coming up, you probably should because it's very, very in right now.
Another fashion fave there was the man look that both like tux kind of look.
The
man
tuxedo.
Shirt with BB Rexa and
she killed it with her hat with the tie. I was like
stunning.
Yeah, I need to get into that tuxedo look.
And Halsey, right?
Yes, but it was hot on the carpet too, so you know you got to kind of pick your battles. And Dum Dum didn't realize that the carpet was outside, so I picked a good dress for it. But like those carpets in downtown LA, let me just tell you, get hot. Very, very hot.
They do.
But some other things that happened there. I mean, if you watched, I don't need to recap the show per se, but on the carpet, that all did happen. And do you know who Betty Who is?
Yes.
She's a singer right now who I am obsessed with. So she came over to me, and I don't always fangirl, but when I do, I fangirl hard, and I don't even care. I just owned it. I was like, I don't even know what to ask you. You're like my favorite. You're here. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't even know what I asked, but she was so cool with me. Thank you, Betty, if you're watching. So there are just people like that, from artists, again, to comedians, to models, there were no animals. That was the only thing I could think that there was not on that carpet. But other than that, and I didn't get to see Chris Pratt, who was also there. There was anyone that was everyone was there, and then some.
All right, we'll take a look at the clip right now.
It's Taylor Arnett with SweetBeat TV, and we're catching up with all your favorite artists here at the 2019 iHeartRadio Music Awards. We all know you from your single Weak. What makes you weak? Weak in the knees.
I think Sweetie High makes me weak in the knees.
He did not.
That's how we're going to start the interview.
So where can I see you next? What do you got going on? What's your life story? Tell me everything.
Oh my God, I can tell you whatever you want to know. I'm an open book, babe.
Give me that red carpet photo look. Ready? Go. This is us. Tell us, what happens next?
I cannot say anything.
Anything go wrong getting ready this morning?
Yes, I will tell you. Actually, I put on the wrong bra, and so little do you know, I have like 3 layers under this just to make sure it's not, because this is see-through. So I put on the wrong bra, 3 layers under this, and then I had to take everything off once my hair I pulled a muscle. It wasn't good.
God.
Yeah.
So you're not in good shape.
But I have the right bra on now.
It should be shining up pretty good. I put a good bit of beard oil in there.
You could, let's say, hypothetically collaborate with anyone. Collabs are huge right now. Throw it out there.
Long, crazy list, but I would say Khalid we have the best hugs, and I know we'd make the best song because of those hugs.
Wait. Together.
Oh, let's go.
Let's see, it's all in the hug. All right, tell us a little bit about the look, because it's hot out here, but you're committed. It looks good.
You know, I mean, I'm not really, it breathes. It breathes.
Really? Little confession here, I'm always in all black or gray. Right. So this is
usually I'm all in pink sequins, so.
Because we actually just switched outfits for the carpet. I think because, you know, a lot of people listen to your music and they maybe get to meet you one day and then they're like, oh my God, I made a fool of myself. Is there anyone that you've done that to?
Noah Cyrus. I met Noah, and I did not know what to say. I was like, hi. That was it. And that nothing came out of my mouth.
Well, if she's watching, redeem yourself.
Hi, I think you're great. We could be friends. I love you.
Billie Eilish walked by us, and we were all pretty shook from that.
Yo, I was with Michael. I was like, we were both sitting there. We're like, yo, no, there's no way.
Okay, ready? Rapid fire.
Yes, go.
All right, flats or heels?
Flats.
Heels.
Flats.
Netflix or the club? Netflix. McDonald's, Taco Bell.
McDonald's. Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Okay. Personality or looks?
Personality.
Okay. Cats or dogs?
Dogs for sure.
Dogs. Even though I kind of like cats.
Both.
Both.
Book or movie?
Movie.
Window or aisle seat?
Window.
Aisle.
Sports or spa?
Sports.
Country or pop?
Pop.
Text or phone call?
Phone call.
Texting.
FaceTime.
FaceTime. Good listener or good kisser?
Good listener.
Good kisser.
One more time for the people in the back.
Good kisser.
What did you have to do there to get out there and just like be? I'm guessing that's who you are, like yourself, right?
I think
you can't act that out. Yeah.
I think so. You know, for me, I sort of have this like life motto of, even when I was a teenager, nothing makes me more mad than when someone is really insecure and they try and project that on me and make me feel bad about myself. I'm kind of like, this is an issue, not an issue me, and I feel great.
Wait a second.
We're gonna use.
I thought you did before. Now I'm like, I'm following. I'm sorry. I'm done.
See, I told you. Anybody and everybody was there.
You weren't lying.
I really wasn't lying. I mean, we had baby Ariel there who told us all about her, fashion mishap maybe. That girl, I will tell you, is always honest on the carpet. So be careful, anyone, if you ask her something and you want half the answer, honey, you're getting the full answer, which is actually why I do love her. But yeah, it was a fun carpet.
Oh, so much fun. It looked amazing.
Yeah.
But someone that unfortunately was not on the carpet,
Who?
but is in studio today, Tegan Marie.
This is very true. Well, how could she have been on the carpet? I mean, she's like releasing
so
much
busy.
new music right now.
That's right. She released her new song, Horses, and today is the premiere of her video for Horses, and it's premiering on Dreamworks TV for the show Spirit Riding Free, which will be on Netflix. So very exciting for Tegan.
I mean, this is I love all her stuff, and we luckily get to sometimes hear it like a little bit before it comes out, just because
We have the in.
She's in the Sweetie High fam, and this may be one of my favorites.
I mean, this is her first ballad, her
Right.
first love song, and it talks about kind of, it's a metaphor.
Right, of
a
course.
horse can be.
What's a metaphor again? Anyone taking English right now, remind us below. No, it represents something else.
It represents love and kind of your love, your legs can be my legs, and Tegan will talk all about it coming up next, so don't go anywhere. Coming up in studio, we talked with our girl Tegan Marie about all things her new song Horses for Dreamworks Spirit Riding Free, so stay tuned. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to SweetBeat TV. It's Alex and Taylor, and joining us in studio today is one of our favorite girls ever, the amazing Tegan Marie.
Hello.
Hello, beautiful. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Girl, every time you come back, your hair gets longer. The amount of singles you've put out, also gets longer. You get taller.
True. It's very true.
You're killing it right now.
Well, thank you.
So you just launched a new song, Horses.
Yes.
So tell us about that song.
Yes. So Horses, I actually didn't really think I would be putting this song out. So it's very special for me. But I wrote the song about 1.5 years ago, maybe 2 years, and I actually wrote it about my manager's horse that I have a very strong connection with. And basically the song is about a connection between a girl and a horse, and how when you start riding a horse, you become one. And it's almost like you have to trust each other. You have to trust your horse, because literally the lyrics in the song is, your feet can be my feet can be yours. And that's literally when you're on a horse, their feet are your feet. So it's really about that connection and how magical that is, and just what that world is like. But also I wrote it hopefully thinking about how other people can relate in many other ways, because you can think about it as a love song too.
Right.
So, and this is almost like one of my first love songs almost.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
And it's about a horse.
And it's about a horse.
I mean, I feel like anyone that grew up riding horses, and I know you're very familiar with it, I happen to as well, there's a special connection that happens between a girl and the horse.
It's very special,
And have you ever, your first time on a horse, because you're talking a little bit, if you get nervous, they get nervous. Have you ever been a little skittish on a horse?
Yes, a little bit. And I mean, in the video for Horses, I'm riding a horse.
Right.
And I mean, I think in my first video with like Sweetie High, I think it was like a Christmas tree, even the first song I put out. I'm riding Cardi, and that's what the song is about, that horse. So, I mean, especially with Cardi, I am very comfortable with her, and I just love horses so much. And I mean, it's almost you have to be comfortable with them, or you know.
Did you see that song? Because you said you wrote it about a year and a half ago, and we're gonna finally hear it out now. At the time, though, I mean, like you're saying now, it could be a love song. It could be something like that. Do you feel like as you also grow up, sometimes lyrics that maybe you wrote back in the day actually have new meaning to you too?
Definitely. I mean, I feel like that's with everything though. Like everything grows and changes in some certain way, and I mean, the songs that I've wrote in especially Horses, those lyrics can change because I wrote that when I was like 12 or 13 years old. Now I'm 15, and so I mean there's definitely a new meaning behind everything I write about.
That's amazing. And you filmed a music video out in Palm Desert.
Yes.
So tell us about the day and your favorite memory from filming.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was very windy. And the dust was going everywhere, but I mean I was having an amazing time. I'm not sure how everyone else was feeling, but no, and I remember being on the horse, and it was so much fun. I was riding it Western style because, I don't know if you know this, but Spirit, the Dreamworks show on Netflix, I love that show, and Spirit the horse is Western. So it was new for me also, but it was very fun and cool.
But back us up a little bit, because not only do you love Spirit, this was somewhat of a collaboration with Dreamworks.
It was. So Spirit and Dreamworks, I love that show so much, and they loved the song Horses. And so we decided to film a music video for the show, and it's just gonna be so cool, and I'm very, very excited.
What are the odds? You love this show. You're really in good spirits, and now you're partnering with Dreamworks.
And I'm riding a horse that literally looks like Spirit, and I was just like.
So speaking of those lips, Tegan, before this interview started, she played Horses for us, which is amazing.
Thank you.
But there is a part in it where there's some trumpets in it. And Tegan said, you touted that you are a great trumpet with your mouth doer. So take it away, Tegan.
I can do a sick mouth trumpet.
Let's hear it.
This is not what's in the song at all, but I mean, like, it's actual trumpets in the song, but it goes.
Oh, we just need like a boom, boom. We're getting beatboxing, and this song is getting real weird.
It's like a ballad just turning into this whole like, oh my gosh.
I mean, whatever you're in the spirit for, people.
Yeah. Pun intended.
Yeah, pun definitely.
Very punny.
Every single. Hey. Taking all my jokes. No, but I feel like this is a little bit of a slower song that we hear from you. We've heard a little bit, Keep It Lit, I Know How to Make a Boy Cry, a little bit more
upbeat, up-tempo, yeah.
And this is...
It's my first ballad, I would say.
Wow.
And I mean,
That's
ballad,
yes.
We didn't talk before this. No, but no, this is my first ballad. I mean, for I Know How to Make a Boy Cry, I released a piano version, but there's also that up-tempo version, but this is the one version. And I mean, we had the demo before, and it literally sounded like the same, and we just kind of like cleaned it up a little bit, I guess you could say. And but yeah, I'm very excited. It's my first ballad, almost like my first love song. It's something new for me.
Wow, for sure.
Yeah.
So recording a ballad, what kind of different techniques or anything? Do you have to go into a different state mentally to record a slower song?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to record a slower, kind of calmer song.
Yeah, and a love song.
Yeah, a love song.
It's emotional.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like you definitely have to get into those like lyrics, and you have to think about them and what they mean, and just get in that state of mind, I guess.
Yeah.
And you also have to do something different with your voice, because for me, usually, especially with Keep It Lit and I Know How to Make a Boy Cry and some covers that I do, I go out. Like
you belt.
I go full out. I belt, and so this is definitely a new side of my voice vocally for me, and you do have to be a little bit more calm and breathier, they like to call it.
It's probably a little bit more difficult for you. You are like such a phenomenal artist, but when I see this girl, I'm
hyped.
You were bouncing off the walls. You're always
I am.
hyped.
I'm loud.
Literally, she's this, but like maybe times 2. I don't even know. Okay, now girl, we know you are very familiar with music videos. We've seen a lot of your own, which are phenomenal.
Thank you.
But more recently, you were actually featured in one of our good friend Hayden Summerall's music videos.
Yes.
For Different. If you haven't seen that, go check our girl out. You star in that video.
I do. It was very fun, and this was the first like music video I was featured in, I guess.
Is it a little different?
It is a little different because for me, when I shoot my music videos, you're obviously singing and performing, and So this was also very different for me.
Oh my gosh, and you were acting.
Yeah.
I was, yeah. And acting's a new thing for me too.
Well, you wouldn't have known it because you looked so comfortable in that music video. It looked like you guys were longtime friends. You'd known each other forever, but was that the case? Had you always known Hayden?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, we had met like 2 years before at like some Musically party, I guess, and we were actually, we have a picture together, like me, JoJo Siwa, and Hayden in like a ball pit at like the Musically headquarters and everything. So that's when we first met, and I don't think we've really hung out after that, but we always really supported each other and we followed each other's careers and everything. And when he asked me to be in the music video, I was like, yeah, definitely. And I mean, everyone there was just so sweet. And I mean,
what a day you're hanging out at Venice Beach.
Like, it was first of all, the sunset
was gorgeous.
Gorgeous. And I mean, everyone there, I guess I was pretty comfortable because everyone there was really sweet. And I guess I have like, how many people were there? Like 6 new friends.
Yeah. And we saw, some BTS, and he was teaching you how to ride a skateboard, right?
He was.
So tell us about that. Are you good?
I still can't skate. No, I still can't.
You know what? Maybe you need to teach him how to ride a horse.
Yes.
Right? I feel like that's just as hard, maybe not as hard.
And we're going to film it all.
Yes. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere.
If you can ride a horse, you can basically drive a car too, so.
Okay, that is not a thing, people.
It really is, because I have my permit and I started riding horses first, and I am a bomb driver.
But like,
I will ride you home today, Taylor.
Things permit drivers say.
I am alert and like aware of your surroundings because horses are easily spooked. So maybe you
exactly,
are
and you have to steer them.
But don't go into your permit test telling
permit test.
Yeah, like to get your permit.
Shorty has it.
Okay,
your license test.
And don't preface that with live road horses. Like this is easy.
It is though. It's almost harder.
Interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna everyone out there, I guess, just tell your parents before you need a car, you actually need a horse.
And
that's a dream.
Yep.
And after you do that, make sure you go watch Hayden's music video for Different, starring the amazing Tegan Marie.
Yes.
And for more exclusives on Tegan, head on over to sweetiehigh.com, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hey you! Yes, you watching. I know SweetBeat TV is great on YouTube, but the Instagram, that is something you really need to follow. I run it, and I just have to say, it's quite amazing.